No worries.
I totally forget. Like you were sending me the countdown, and I just was not letting them know that soon you would unmute. Yep, I'm the best. All right, everybody. So welcome to what is this episode 34? All
Mhm.
right, so episode 4 of. Sorry about that. Just I acted really weird. All right, 1 second, guys. Tech problems.
Gotta fluff the danger pillow.
Right? Oh no, it's okay. All right. So, welcome to episode 4 of Silver Shadows Trail of Echoes, our second arc for season 4. Um so today's game is taking place after you guys have returned back from Digburg. Some of you went to Digburg to help them out there. We can leave some people there. Absolutely, like if you are one of the small people that wants to remain in Digburg, like say you're studying the Diggy Hole and studying the monsters that are around there, absolutely let me know if you guys want to stay there. But the large amount of people are probably returning back to the Silver Thimble because they have missions to begin. And like today's game is going to take place, we still have no idea where Tarkus, Royce, Midnight, or Valentina have gone. No idea. They have vanished as far as anybody can tell. There's no tracing their magic that works. The communicators are not working. Like, you have no evidence of their death, though, so you probably don't assume that they're dead, because that would be silly. Um, the another 4 people that have gone missing are Pim, Gemini, Rosie, and Simmons. Took the airship probably like yesterday morning and have gone. Like, I know at the end of that game, Gemini was like, I'm going to communicate with them. I'm actually going to pull that back because Peanut told him not to do that. Peanut was very clear to not talk about that mission while it was going on. So, we don't have an airship, and we're down 8 people. I mean, you guys can track the airship if you wanted to, and you could track it to Yoke. And if anybody asks, Peanut will just tell them that they're fine. And just not to worry about them. Right. But other than that, we will get to today's game. Why does it keep doing this to me? Alright, so we have got Tofu playing Ammon.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
We got Stone Ghost playing Cat.
Howdy.
We got Toast playing Krieg.
That's not your money, it's my money.
And we got Kai playing Tobias.
Don't forget about Sebastian.
And we have a little... Okay, we have a tiny horse named Sebastian, and we might have a spider cow made of mushrooms named Truffles. Now, catching everybody up on the goings-on of the seasonal side of the world. So, while you guys have been gone, and even before you left, like, we are aware of Channel 6 News, correct? Do we all know them, if I say it?
Yeah.
Let me I'll catch everybody up just in case. In Holt over here, this little, like, town of wonderful, amazing otters, a group of people have come up that they were in competition with the local news, for the local news, and they wanted to become more popular, so they started slandering the Silver Thimble and, by extension, Lockstitch, or vice versa. they learned that that gets them a lot of attention, so they started doing that. Whether or not they believed in it in the beginning, they are now zealously anti Silver Thimble, at least in marketing. Like, they are telling everybody to drink these null metal supplements to lower their amounts of magic in their body so they don't get magic sick. And, like, we haven't had magic sickness until the Silver Thimble arrived. And, like, the Silver Thimble and Lockstitch have been putting out music. And let me tell you, the folks over there trying to protect their kids at Holt do not like Sexual Pizza for Dancing being the #1 hit across the icosahedron. They're very upset about this. So, Krieg, you're in your office. What does Krieg's office look like, by the way?
I think I made a picture of this, but it's your typical office. You've got various paperworks on the desk. You got your big desk that doesn't need to be there, just to show off that he's got a big desk, and then you've got a couple chairs here and there, some lamps, gold filigree around the outsides.
Hold on. I think I can repurpose this one, and that would be kind of funny to repurpose.
There.
Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I meant to ask you what your office looked like days ago.
It happens.
Alright, so we are in just an absolutely huge office for, admittedly, just a little guy.
He's a little guy. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Krieg can be a little guy for a treat. As a treat. And, like, you are beginning to notice, Krieg, and this is a terrible, terrible thing, and your accounting senses of what's picking all of this up. The Silver Thimble's losing money. The Silver
dare.
Thimble is losing a lot of money.
But I'm not, though, right? Like personally versus professionally.
Okay. Alright. Does Krieg tie his... How separate are those? I will ask
Well,
you
if I'm
this right now.
if I'm reallocating funds from the last session with Simmons, we know that they're two separate.
We do know
I
that
may
they
have
are two
borrowed
separate entities.
The money I was going to pay Arthur for the money for me, remember? Also,
Huh.
stop lying, Puppin. That's not what's happening.
Alright then. So
I'm still upset
Krieg,
because, I'm running the town and that's bad, but it's not like the worst thing in the world.
absolutely. None of this money is tapped into you, and like you can diversify. You see all along your desk right now, there are many letters from different places. One that catches your eye, like literally, because it's gleaming on your desk, is basically etched stained glass as a letter, and it's like super fancy. And it says to High Lord Detective Mayor Krieg.
That's gotta be from that, why is the name gone? That's not Holt, it's the other one.
Are you thinking hymnal?
Thank you. The museum we allegedly robbed.
It's like, it is from nearby that area. It is from a new... and it's just like elaborate elaborate like writing. I can never say that word, so I'm gonna stop trying.
Calligraphy.
There you go. Like very like flowing work. It's definitely like super professional. Like this is a work of art in a letter, and you see that it can be worn as a chain. Like you could wear this as a necklace. Got like little gems all over it, and it just says, "Hey Krieg, remember me?" And it's like, "You know me. It's Sam, Samuel from Dyad. I used to be Sal's number one. I'm looking for investors. I've got a real golden opportunity down here in Cullet." It's just like, it's like, "You always seem like a guy with his mind on the coin. It's like, come on down, give us a shot." It's just like, and if you can think of any like musical people or like bring them down too.
Well, all the musical people I know are busy, so I can think of an explosives expert, a dog I just met, and a mechanic I'm working with. I'm
Now,
sure they'll
Krieg, if you're speaking out loud right now, that's kind of weird. This is a pre-written letter. If you are answering me who you're bringing, that's kind of funny. I'm just gonna assume that you are.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pause
if I
for
talk
people
to
to laugh at
myself,
you.
it'll be fine.
And it's just like, thanks for setting up that party. But if you look down on your desk right now, there's another letter. And it seems much more menial, like just plain white envelope. You should look down and open that one up. It might explain the rest of this story. I'm not sure why this chain goes on so long.
Ooh, I should open up that white letter then. This chain is almost off the hook.
It's like, this letter is from somebody called Oracle in Cullet. I don't know if Krieg's met Oracle, but you probably heard of them.
Most likely.
They they run the markets in Cullet. Like Cullet is kind of Cullet is the slums of Hymnal. Like if you don't want to live under Hymnal's like rigid regime and their religious like all of their
Fanaticism.
religious stuff, you go to Cullet, which is basically, what if we made igloos out of stained glass?
Oh yeah, I remember those.
It's just like, some of them are like literal terrorists, I suppose, and like they will break each other out of jail and dance while doing it. So
I've never done that before.
it's like, and this is just like, Krieg, I heard about you through our dealings with For the Queen, and it's like For the Queen is written out in graffiti, and it's like we've heard that you are someone known to invest in worthy projects. She's like, we believe we have a worthy project for you. If you could meet us in Hymnal, and in Cullet at your earliest opportunity. Also, if you could bring Nyx's apprentice, I would like to have a word with him. And somebody that can read contracts would probably be useful. And then it's just like, as it keeps going, it's like dot dot dot. Do you know anybody with a gun?
I know several people with a gun, but my favorite not librarian is currently busy, so I'll have to bring someone else. I should stop talking to myself when I read.
I was just like, the chain around like that you could wear it up adds a couple more lines to it. It's just like, still inanimate objects. All right, so Ammon, where would we find you? Oh, I took us away from the desk and then I just didn't put us back. Like, what's Ammon doing right now? Like, much of the Silver Thimble is like in high alert mode because many people are missing, and we are like trying to locate them. And like, there's a lot of things going on. Like, people can be prepping for giant monster fights, like working on your gear, working on what's everybody up to, starting with Ammon.
I think Ammon is currently kind of away from people, just kind of spending time by himself, probably giving himself a tarot reading or something.
All right. So over Krieg, how do you alert the people that you want to bring to this adventure?
So I give Truffles some paper, and I tell him, I need you to deliver these to 3 people: Tobias, Cat, and Ammon. Of course, since you don't know Ammon very well, you don't want to just go up to him. So you gotta lick him, and then everybody else you know, so you don't have to do that. That's how Truffles gets to know his new people.
Huh.
Hmm.
That's
Adventure.
you can dodge the lick, Ammon. I am not gonna forcibly.
What is Truffles?
Oh, let me get this picture.
He's the combination of a spider, a cow, and a mushroom. That you see on screen now.
Amon would be horrified, trying to like, no, don't touch me. What are you?
And then you just see like a paper on his forehead that has your name on it. He stops after the first time, of course. He's respectful.
Truffles understands no means no.
Amon would carefully take the paper off of the forehead and look at it.
He then moo appreciatively at you, and then go off to find the other 2 people.
Ammon, just as you look at that piece of paper, one of the cards falls off the top of your tarot deck. Or, like, falls directly onto the floor. Did it land face up or face down?
I feel like with how Fate likes to play with Amon, it would land face down just for dramatic effect, so that he would have to pick it up and reveal it.
Alright. Roll me a 20-sider. Alright. So it's an 8. So you have a tough choice. It's not a tarot card that you recognize. It's not even one that's normally in your deck. Like, one side of it is a salamander, like, esque, like, the 2 reptile faces. One of them red and vaguely looks like Krieg, and the other one almost a like yellow, definitely not almost a yellow color, like a yellow orangish speckled color. And all of a sudden, both of their eyes start leaking. Krieg's eye begins to leak. This is like a Two-Face situation, like looking at the cover of Two-Face. Krieg's eye like starts pouring gold out and down, and the one on the other side of it, so on your right, starts pouring like the same kind of like blue oasis liquid out of your eyes, the same as you and Nyx can do. And that is your omen for today.
Lovely. Amon will kind of stuff that card that's not supposed to be in his deck in a little pouch.
Excellent. Cat, you've been made aware of the massive amounts of giant monsters around. How's Cat preparing for these kind of things?
I'm going to assume Cat will be probably in the factory, working on designing ways to attach more weapons to bikes, since that seems to be something people like. Maybe making a few more nimble models, more off-road models, just general design work for now.
Okay, we are so just so I'm 100% clear, we are weaponizing more dirt bikes.
For potential missions, not for mass production.
Okay. I support this fully.
So do I.
As fucking Truffle shows up, drops a like invitation on it for a mission with Krieg. He's just like, it's one of those like scenes at the beginning of an action movie where Cat like turns the last screw, picks up the envelope, reads the fact that there's a mission. You look back, and it's just there's 4 of these things already done.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, go ahead, go for it.
We should decide if we need to bring these on the mission. We'll figure that out when we gather.
And where do we find Tobias? Like, what's Tobias up to? Like, on their normal day. Like, you could be like this could be a normal working day or just like a day off.
He's
I
taking
don't
an
think
opportunity to do some cooking.
Absolutely. We've
And
learned
by
about so much food lately.
yes, but also, and by cooking I mean it's like half actual edible food, half um potentially explosive combinations because big monsters needs big booms.
All right, all right. So, what if we like? What do we come in on as like the alarm goes off for you to pull something out of the oven and you just look out the door and you see Truffles like standing in your doorway with a letter from Krieg.
He would probably, knowing Tobias, the wrong thing gets knocked over and literally and then blows up.
Oh no, that's fine. Like I want you to succeed. Like I want like what are you pulling out of the oven right there? What is the latest confection?
Oh, um, an iteration on the seafood cupcake. But this time it's like a steak cupcake instead of shrimp.
Okay, okay. Oh no, Truffles is just like
He's
it's
just staring
huge.
at it. Kind of like he wants it, but he's respectful and it's not going to eat it out of your hands.
What makes this cupcake different? Is that like just is it more explosive? Is it poisonous? Is it thermite?
Oh no, it's just steak.
Okay, it's just delicious.
Uh-huh.
Ruffles roll to persuade Tobias to give him one.
Um. So let's. What we know, we're all just gonna agree to the mission real quick. So we get together. Oh, so you. Once you're all together, Krieg, you have 2 choices to make with this. Like, you can do either way. Do you want to meet with the person who sent Sam, the person who sent you the letter on the really good like not paper but like the artistic piece of like chain, or do you want to go see Oracle? The first one promises you money, and if you look through the gem, like there is money in this deal.
Okay. Probably go for that one, and if the other one is along the way, we can stop for it, but we're not going to make a detour for it.
Oh no, absolutely. Like you guys can just go straight there.
Unless, someone else is going to say something otherwise, because I assume we're all in the same room.
Yeah, yeah. You could have just explained the whole thing, or if you wanted to like catch them up right now, go for it. Up to you guys.
So we've got two options of people wanting our attention. One is going to make the city money, and then two, we're going to help some people and possibly make money. I vote for the obvious one, the first one. But since the four of you are here, no, Truffles doesn't get a vote, sorry, but you guys do.
Do we know what kind of help the second option needs?
They didn't state. They just said that they have a deal they wanted to go over because they heard about me through For the Queen. They didn't exactly state what they wanted.
Hmm.
Neither did the other one. They just promised more money.
I do like money.
If you guys think you could, like, if you guys want to roll to see if you've heard about what the goings on over there, absolutely. Just you have to explain to me why you think you would have heard about it. Unless you guys just want to go right ahead, I'm also fine with just going right into it.
We still have that, not amphitheater, but the tower that's hidden inside the is it stadium, I think.
Oh yeah. Near Hymnal, absolutely. Like, yeah, you guys can just like listen in on that. It's not even like a hacking thing for it. If you just want to tune to their radio and like listen in, Krieg, like you will hear music playing. Like Hymnal's been putting out music constantly. And it's very, very catchy. Like all of it is like super poppy, like super just like radio friendly stuff. And it's just like an ad comes on, it's just like this channel's been brought to you by News Channel 6. Like come to News Channel 6 where you can always believe what we say. Always. And then like yeah, there's like other ads for areas around Hymnal and Cullet, like there's gonna be some like crazy show coming up. Brought to you by, produced by music mogul Samuel Knight.
So it appears that their want for help has something to do with music, everybody. What do you think, new guy, also known as an Ammon?
I mean, if not 100% sure, but I'm more inclined to help people.
Helping is good, as long as you get something from it. What about you, Tobias? Indifferent, I like that.
I don't
Okay.
know that we could. If we could do both.
Well, that would be ideal, because then we get double the money. But I think it's more of a question of who gets to go first. Assuming something doesn't happen, in between either of those, like, I don't know, giant monster shows up or something. You should be able to do both.
That's not gonna happen. How often does that happen?
Well, 1, 2, at least 3 times I can think of recently. But I'm sure 4th time's not the charm. Don't worry.
Right.
So we can go to Cullet first, cause yeah, we'll just say we'll go to Cullet first, cause that's if you guys just want to do both. Let's do them both. We're gonna visit Oracle first. So things you guys have learned a little bit. The streets of Cullet have gotten a little bit rougher in the recent months, as like there have been more spirits around, more like strange, like powerful creatures around, and they've had to defend themselves. So everybody in Cullet is armed to the teeth. Like everybody's carrying a gun in Cullet, whereas in Hymnal nobody's supposed to carry guns. It's expected that everybody's carrying a gun in Cullet.
Okay, so I don't have to hide mine this time.
Yeah, you guys don't have to hide anything.
Oh, damn.
So, this is the Cullet part of like the town. We have many like spherical or dome homes that are just like tons of stained glass. They've got like lights coming out of them. Like they don't have to worry about peeping toms because the lights inside are so strong you can't look in through the windows. Like they all just glow constantly. I don't know what that noise was outside, but I loved it. So this is outside of like Oracle's studio. Like, and walking through town or like riding motorcycles or however it is we're like traveling through town right now. Like, Kat, you have definitely noticed that there is, from like just you being a spy and being like the fact that you are like a city-based spy, like all of these people are packing. They've got them like in their coats, but like they've got a lot of guns. Also, there seems to be a lot of like drug deals going on, and like people like furtively like handing off items to each other. And then like you guys do come across somebody like on a bench. Like it's gonna be like right here. Let me get a token for him. Just like bobbing back and forth, like humming. And the song that they're humming is very catchy. You almost immediately feel like you can hum along with this song. I think this is gonna be a little beetle dude. Cullet is full of the weird like somewhere between sphinx cats and dragons, and also has some beetle people and has some like legitimate just cat people from Hammerpaw live here. It's a pretty versatile place. But this guy looks like he was dressed for almost just for a rave situation, and he's rocking back and forth, like humming this song. It's pretty upbeat. But like he's not in your way, but like he does, you get the sense of like he's not healthy. And even without going up to him to try to help him or anything, Ammon, you see leaking out of the corners of his eyes, very, very lightly, but definitely there, is like luminescent liquid.
I think Amon's going to kind of tap Kat on the shoulder and point that out to her.
That's probably not a good thing. Is that an overdose of some kind? I did see some stuff going on in the shady, the back alleys.
there's no telling what substances they could be creating or doing.
Wonder if this has anything to do with why they asked us to come here. Alright.
Oh no, I'm good. Oh, if you got anything you wanted to try, go for it.
I'm gonna try and. Oh, I was gonna say try and talk to the guy, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Let's see. Is anyone a better talker than I am?
That's a great question. Tobias is pretty good at talking to people, right? Knock someone off a ledge or something, I'm sure.
Probably.
The guy is just kind of like rocking back and forth. He's not trying to hurt it. Doesn't seem like he's trying to hurt anybody. And does just like see you all, and then and he's just like reaching out at you guys, and he's just like poking at you. He just starts like calling you guys by like the wrong names, and he just like leans back, and he looks like he's about to pass out. He is Tobias. He's definitely poisoned
Okay.
to some degree. Like he's high, but he's well and truly too dangerously high. Like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Might I grab a sample of his tears?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's just like doot, doot, doot. Yeah, you guys always have like sample carrying things. Like look at your outfit. You're covered in it.
Mm-hmm.
So is this like a Q-tip in a vial situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And he just like after you do it, he just waves his hands back and forth, and it just like lays down on the bench that he's on, and just like goes to sleep. Will he be fine? I don't know. I don't know the rest of the choices this man's gonna make. But you don't get the feeling he is going to die from this. He's just gonna have a rough night.
Mm-hmm.
They have that hangover in the morning or whatever you get from drugs.
So, when you get to the door, they just say, "Come on in." Oh, no, wait, they do not do that. When you get to the door, two, here they come. Let me get the tokens out for us. Two figures, like, meet you at the door, and they both have, like, their hands underneath their coats, like, watching the street, and they see the guy on the, bench, and they just motion for you to come on. So, come on. Quickly. As you guys go up there, I think Krieg, you're gonna immediately notice there are bullet holes in the stairs and a couple like chipped pieces of the glass from the dome.
Rain.
Either rough times or they're poor. Or both. Probably both. Is that why
This is
jumpy?
Spinderella, and this is Thunderpaws. I named them forever ago, and I still love their names. And like, they motioned like, all right, Krieg. It's like, excellent. This is your group.
Yes.
Someone can read, right?
Yes.
Good. It's just like they bring you guys in, and you do hear like a tire screeching off. Not screeching off. I think you guys just will notice a car driving away as you like get into the building. Okay. So this is Wildfire, and this is Oracle. And Oracle walks right up to Ammon, and he just like looks Ammon dead in the face and pulls his goggles up and like looks you in the eyes and like puts his hand out to shake your hand. He's just like, "So you're Nix's student?"
Amon will quickly shake his hand. Yeah, that's me.
And Oracle's like a big dude, so like he really gives you that handshake and then like looks in your eyes again. He's just like, I never got the ability myself. He's just like, didn't really have the mind for it. Nix is my aunt.
Oh,
And like he sits down and he's just like, excellent. Everybody have a seat. And this place is like so loud right now and so bright. There are people walking around in the background. It's almost like a nightclub. But they are not playing music at all similar to the stuff that you were hearing on the radio.
Nice music.
Like, thanks. It's partly what we called you about. And he like, it's like, we need to go into the other room. Are any of you hyper susceptible to hypnosis? I will need to know now.
I don't.
I don't believe so.
not that I know of.
Not particularly.
Excellent. It's just, everybody's just like looking back and forth at you. Not everybody, but some people are looking around, like looking at Krieg specifically.
You live that polite political wave of hey.
Oh, like nice little wave. Okay, okay. What are you trying to convince them with that wave?
I'm innocent.
Yeah, roll me 220-siders and take the higher.
Yep.
Yep.
16.
Yeah, it works though. I think all of a sudden your wild celebrity starts kicking in here in Cullet. So they're all like, "Oh, it's Krieg." It's just like you hear whispers of your massively successful business ventures all over the room. And then it's just like you hear multiple times the name Samuel Knight come up over and over again in their conversations about like you, and I wonder if you he's going to be able to compete with Samuel Knight. And it's just like, how come he's here and not there? Is like a conversation that just keeps happening. But Oracle will try to lead you into his studio. And in here, the music is like, you guys can't even hear the music outside this room. It's like, excellent. Thank you all for coming and just seeing us and understanding our plight. There's something strange happening throughout Cullet right now. We had many members from the fallen city of Dyad make their homes here, and we respect our new neighbors and welcome them with open arms. But this Samuel, began setting up businesses all over town. He began selling illicit goods all over town. And now he is snatching up all of the young talent to create what he calls music. But we think there's something much more nefarious to it. He's just like, now, Professor Tobias, like, I won't act like I don't know who you are. caught one of your lectures on tiny horse, large horse. It's fascinating. Truly changed my life. And with the help of some of the more magically, and he does like, I think everybody in this world that doesn't use magic does the same kind of like finger waggle when they mention magic. I think it's just like one of those things. Like some of you are magically inclined, such as, and like waves over at Ammon. If you could just give this a listen for me.
All right.
Okay, so, music starts playing, and it is just, it's fine. It's background music, but like it's very, very poppy. You know what I mean? Like it. Ammon, can you roll me a 20-sider, and Tobias roll me a 20-sider, and I will tell you what you learn, and you can tell me how you learn it. Oof. We got a 5 from Tobias, but a 10 from Ammon, so a tough choice. Ammon, you immediately see that this music is corrupted. Immediately. Now, your tough choice is it's gonna like lash out at you, but you can figure out what kind of corruption it is and like what you're dealing with, or you can back off from it and just be like, something is wrong with the music.
Ammon will take the hit just to figure out what's going on.
Ammon, you take, and it's just like, it's not like a bolt of lightning or anything like that. You just get in the song. It's just like, yeah, okay. There's a line of that's just like, make me money, make me money, make me money, make me money. Ammon, you have a bit of you're corrupted by capitalism, a little bit. You suddenly have a desire for like a strong desire to like turn one of your talents into profit. It's just like
I recognize that.
yeah, I mean, like you can see it happening, but I don't think it seems odd. I like it feels almost natural to you. But Ammon, like you in this city with this music playing, this whole time for the rest of today's game, you can pick out one musical artist that you know is going to be the next big star. You know exactly that they are going to be a huge star, and you want them to be your friend so that you can like make money off of them. You can break this at some point, but do pick me the next big star. You'll meet a bunch of NPCs though.
Okay, so am I gonna make up one or pick one that of the next that I'm gonna meet?
Oh, you're gonna see a bunch. Don't worry. You can just pick one of them. And like it's in today's game. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it was terrifying. It's gonna have to be somebody in today's game. But yeah, you see it. There is a spirit of corruption going around. There's a corrupt spirit of capitalism is inside these songs. Like that is just like you can feel it. That is what's making you guys immediately tap your feet to these songs. Cause sure, they're fine, but like the longer you listen, you guys want to buy these records. Like Krieg, you starting to notice just like, you know what? Maybe you Actually, Krieg, roll me 2d20 and take the higher because I think you're the only one that could like easily resist this.
I got 11.
You double 11 that one. That means you just barely succeeded though. Krieg, you can feel it, like something about this music, and then like it stops and you start hearing an ad, Channel 6 News, where we tell you the truth, and only we tell you the truth. It's just like brought to you by, and then it's just like, what's a really terrible, not like Lockstitch brand, because not brought to you by Crunchy Simmons, because that's our stuff. It's just like, oh, there. Sorry. The what did we call those null pills? Brought to you by the Null Patch. This small adhesive sticker placed directly onto the dermis will lower all magical, like, infestations to your body. It's just like one patch every 2 days, and you will stay completely immune from all outside magic. And like brought to you by the same people who brought you Null On. Apply directly to the forehead and other problem areas.
One, I'd get slightly angry at the fact that they're trying to corrupt capitalism, and two, I now want their business so it can make money for me instead of them.
It's just like, and like you guys all actually Cat and Tobias, can you guys both roll me 20-siders and to see whether or not you really want to buy these products?
Like it's the greed spirits helping stave off the corrupt capitalism.
Right? Yeah, it's like that's why you got that second die.
Bias does not.
Tobias doesn't give a fuck about Null On. I think it's immediately you Tobias, you understand what's happening. Like, this is the power of suggestion. This is somebody trying to, like, magically influence you. And, like, you can just shake that off.
Like a fox would when they try to get dry.
But Ammon already knows about it, and, like, Ammon can basically dodge it now. But yeah, Tobias, you are fine from it. Cat, for a second, something catches like your attention. Like don't get me wrong, the idea of becoming magically neutral, it does seem like it does have benefits. Like nobody being able to scry on you, nobody being able to like detect you magically. Just slap a patch on and you're invisible.
Yeah, that would be pretty handy, but you know, nah.
It's like everybody like sees you all come over and then they turn their music back on. And like, so you all see it. And like Oracle points at Ammon, it's like, you felt it.
Yeah, I have that urge to make money now.
It's like, you got a lot of people. You got a lot of those people on the streets. And then they got them selling that. I believe they're selling some of the water from the oasis. I don't know how they got it. I don't know how they got it here. But they're making money. And it's just like, there is the mogul, Samuel Knight. You've heard of him. Should definitely have heard of him. But they've been taking over the whole city, like block by block. It's just like, we want you to go in, have a conversation with him, figure out if it's something that can be handled with business, pointing to Krieg, and just like diplomacy, motioning out to the rest of you. It's just like, or if we've got to start a war.
Well, hopefully a war isn't necessary.
Yeah, we should just take it down real quick. Business-like.
Wildfire looks over, and she's just like, ha ha ha, hostile takeover.
Finger guns, yeah.
She pulls a gun out. She pulls 2 guns out.
Alright, you only use the guns afterwards don't work. Because if you don't, then people get mad at you for some dumb reason.
Like, alright. How you gonna get in and meet with him?
I already got a meeting scheduled already, so that part's taken care of.
They all look back and forth at each other. You're telling me that you were gonna meet with him anyway?
Yes. Because we were gonna fix the problem regardless, because we're nice people. I mean,
Fine,
they're nice
fine.
people.
You know what? That's fine. Krieg, on your letter, your meeting's tomorrow with them. So that we can do this loot goblin thing then.
That's fine. We gotta scope the place out, so I'm gonna meet with them tomorrow. Just, get the lay of the land and find things out.
Alright. We've got a show tonight to do. If you guys could swing by, we don't think anything is gonna happen there, but we got a couple new artists to the label. So swing by if you can make it. Like, let us know what the plan is. And they pass you an address.
Awesome. But, guys, we can go do this unless you guys want to do anything else outside. I'm sure Tobias wants to grab some more samples or something.
Oh, one should be enough.
All right.
Unless you want to actually buy drugs. But I don't think you would, because that would give him money and not you.
Correct. It's my money, not his.
Exactly.
We'd borrow the money and then sell the drugs.
Steal the drugs.
And then you sell them back to him, and boom, money.
Oh shit. Who's gonna put on that trench coat and be Omar? If you guys haven't seen The Wire, that's not a joke that's funny for you, but it's hilarious for me. That's fine. That's fine, everybody.
Hey, we got a unconscious fella out on the bench. We can check his pockets.
Perfect. We'll just strip him naked, leave him with a blanket, and then go buy more drugs. Steal more drugs.
Why are we robbing the naked homeless man? Why are we making a naked homeless man? Well, he's not actually homeless. He lives somewhere.
Well, because if we show up as ourselves, we're not going to be able to steal things and get away with it. If we show up as him, we can steal and then get away with it because they'll blame him instead.
Do we just want to ask him?
I didn't think about that, but if you want to.
Kind of shake him awake. Hey, buddy. You alright there?
He shakes his head. He's just like, oh, man. Oh, that's a great time, but like, it all comes by you at once. And he like looks around. And he's like, did you know my name?
Buddy?
Yeah.
Lucky guess.
He's just like, oh, how did? He's like, oh, I remember. This guy thought this was my childhood playground for a while. Good times. And he's like, sorry if I called any of you mom. And he just like brushes himself up off as he stands up. He's like, ugh. I gotta get home. There's a show tonight. And
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
like, yeah. Go ahead, sorry. I didn't mean to.
So yeah, we heard about that show. Did you plan on going? Do you have any friends? Do you need a group to go with?
I was like, oh yeah, like a lot of us are showing. It's the Beetle Boys. They released their fucking debut album. Did you know they can dance and sing?
At the same time?
It's insane. Like I've never heard of it before. It's just like I've heard of singers, of course. We've all heard of singers, and I've heard of dancers, of course. In the beginning of time, we've all had dancers. But at the same time,
Crazy.
ah,
Are you gonna go this as yourself, or are you gonna go there with some,
it's like, oh, I mean, I've got a group of friends, but like, if you guys need some friends, you can tag along.
never
It's
gonna
just
say
like-
no to more friends?
Do you, you guys are cool though, right? Like, you guys are all fine with like casual drugs, right?
I mean, look at
You're not a cop,
Yeah.
right?
Cat. That just speaks. I'm okay with drugs, right?
Do I look like a cop? Really?
I'm just like, well, I mean, no, but it's like he looks at Ammon for the first time, and he's like, oh man, it looks like you already got there. Oh, you must be riding it.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling it. Woo.
You guys are cool. He punches you on the shoulder. He's like, all right. So are we gonna meet at the club? Why are we going to the club with this guy? What's the plan here, Toast?
We want to steal drugs using him as the fall guy.
Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah. He's like, yeah, man. Oh, I don't know if we got enough for 4 more. And like, this guy looks like he's he's no lightweight, and punches Ammon on the shoulder again. He's just like, yeah, I can hook you up with my connect. She's like, I get it from the tippity top,
All the way up there.
all the way up there.
Nice.
Oop, I hit the wrong button. All right, let's have a beetle take you guys to his drug dealer.
Let's go.
Sentences I say in this game.
We play a great game.
We really do.
Mhm.
All right. He's just like, here it is. Immediately, this is a very American Chicago building with those fucking things, but it has a fedora on it. Just like they put a fedora on a building.
I like this building. I don't know why, but I just really like this building.
I bet I could tell you why you like it, Krieg.
And it's just like, yeah, this is where my dealer lives. It's like, how much are we looking for? And it's like, I'm broke right now. You guys got anything?
Don't worry, Tobias is like the richest guy I know. I got you.
She's like,
Really, that's how we're doing this?
no, really, how much are we
I'm
holding?
not going to.
He's like, I got really. I'm not gonna say that I'm a break my legs debt, but yeah, I'm close. I'm doing better than I thought I was. I'm doing 12 in debt. So if you guys just got something 1200 coin ought to handle it just fine. That's for my debt. Another 1,200 for the if we want to buy the stuff.
Well, we got to see the stuff before we're gonna drop any cash on that. I mean, that's just good business.
Oh, all right. He's just like, all right. My guy's only like the third in charge though, so like we gotta like be careful. Like, what if his boss knows hey, he's dealing out the back? He's gonna be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So you guys gotta go over here, and like, Buddy knocks on the door, and she's like, all right, he'll be out in any second. Who's got the money? Who's got the money? Try to do the oh, there it goes. All right, focus ping to move things. All right. So like not even seconds later, this guy comes out. This is Skink.
I skink.
Skink. You might even fucking know him. Krieg definitely will have known Skink. Skink was a member of Sal's like workforce, but now he is wearing like a leopard print suit. He is a leopard gecko, like a humanoid leopard gecko with a leopard print suit, and he's just like looking at everybody. He's just like, okay, what's going on? And he looks at Buddy. He's like, Buddy, if you don't have my money, and he like reaches back and grabs a sledgehammer.
He did mention he wasn't quite at break your knees kind of debt.
Not quite. He just raises the sledgehammer. He's like, you're right. We have. If it's not for rules, we're just animals. And he sets it down, and he like pulls out a nutcracker, and he's like, give me one of your fingers.
That feels more appropriate.
Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Skink, notorious drug dealer. I'm doing this secretively out of the back of my boss's house to make a little like money on the back. So I don't. You guys just feel like the kind of people I can share things with.
I get that a lot.
Strangely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I see you're busy, skink, so I'm just gonna go inside and take a look.
Oh no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. It's like there's some wild shit going on in there. You don't want to be in there right now. I'm gonna assume since you're here with Buddy, you're here to either pay off his exorbitant debt, or you're here to pay off his exorbitant debt and also buy drugs.
Bugs.
I can't say drugs in that like that one voice, you know? That one gif, not gif, the meme, drugs.
Oh, the owl. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Drugs. No.
Turns out now I
Good.
just need that sound effect as a card.
Drugs. Who invited you? Drugs.
Would you accept a valuable trade instead?
I'm never let anybody tell you that old Skink's afraid of the barter system. Skink's down with the barter system. I'm good. He's just like cracks his neck. And he's just like, I'm amazing at negotiations. What do we got?
Tobias is going to pull his bag off of his side and open it up and pull out, well, he'd pull out his frying pan, which is far too big to rest comfortably in the pouch, or in the bag.
Skink apparently is dumb as shit. And it's just like, turns out Skink, terrible drug dealer. He sees those steak cupcakes that you made in your bag,
Yeah.
and he's just like, hold up. What you got there? And like he tries to play it coy, but he's really bad at it, and he's just like, well, you can't buy drugs with. It's like, what is that? Is that a steak on top of a cupcake?
Ah, yes, it's a turf cake.
Turf cake, you say? You wouldn't serve that with a secondary cupcake, would you? There would never be any chance in the world that you would have, perhaps,
A surf cupcake.
and a turf cupcake.
Well, of course I have a surf cake. It's just I don't have any with me.
Oh, you don't have any with you. It's just like, I have a generously stocked kitchen.
I could give
Would
you
you
the
let us in?
recipe.
I'm really just, I'm all thumbs in the kitchen. You understand that? And I don't know if you can tell this. I'm incredibly high right now. But don't tell Buddy, because I'm trying to get one over on him.
Ah, yes, of course.
And it's just like, so like, here's the plan. You guys come in. We all partake together in a nice circle. And you make me some cupcakes.
I can do that.
All right. It's like, and he like looks off into like the distance. Hold on until Alan can design a room for me.
So do you keep your drugs in here with your cooking supplies, or are they in a different room?
Absolutely, like you gotta keep them together.
Mhm. How much do you have? So much drugs that you'd get in trouble if they all went missing?
Oh, no, this is my stuff. Like the boss wouldn't even know because I stole all of these like before, so he doesn't even know I did it.
Oh,
If you skim off the top, well, skim
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the middle, really.
so no one would get in trouble, except
Nobody would get like. I mean, I would be out a significant amount of money and/or drugs, but I don't. You guys seem cool.
yeah. We got cupcakes. We're cool.
Yeah, nobody has ever eaten a cupcake with me and betrayed me in the same day. This room looks way too formal for this guy, but I can't find another one at short notice.
Oh, I love it though.
That was just a beetle
Fancy.
there.
I do drugs and eat cupcakes in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright, let's go to the drugs and cupcake room, apparently. It's just like, oh, sit down, I'll lay things out for everybody. The kitchen's right over there. If you need anything, let me know.
Where do you
Are
keep
you
your
good
drugs?
on your own, or do you need one of your friends to help you?
It'll go faster if I handle it. It's fine.
Do you want to help him so that you can make him in the future? You said you were all thumbs, so you definitely should.
Oh, no. I'm just gonna give you guys more drugs in the future. You'll
Oh,
just keep
okay.
making them for me.
Where do you keep your drugs, by the way?
And it's just like, that's a secret. I'm gonna need everybody to close their eyes. Or if you have a prescription blindfold, put it on.
Cat's just gonna cover both eyes and peek through the crack. Done.
Can I
Uh,
hide behind the couch so I don't have to close my eyes?
like whatever you're gonna do to try to not close your eyes, I'm here for it. I'm 1,000% here for it. I'm gonna roll, and you're all trying to beat whatever he rolls.
Tobias will close his eyes, but he'll have Sebastian peek out of the top of the bag.
What about you, Ammon?
I think Amon's going to cover his hands with his eyes and then use Magic Eye.
Excellent. All right, so Ammon, you give me 2d20s. Okay, all you guys gotta do is beat a 9. I really thought you just rolled 2 3s.
I would have cried, honestly.
So Cat's the only one that did not see. Did not see exactly where it was. You guys like look around, and he looks around and sees the fact that everybody else is covered. He's like, good, good. Like Toast attempts to jumps behind the couch, and just because you're behind the couch, you don't see where it is, because he lifts up the couch cushion he's sitting on, and you all, like Kai and Ammon, just basically staring directly. No, sorry, it's Tobias and Ammon staring directly at him, and he just like loudly unzips the couch cushion. It's like, such a good hiding spot. And you hear like plastic bags rustle as he just pulls like bags out from under it. He just counts everybody and sets them down the table. And he's just like, I really need to get more cushion for this now. And he's just like, and he like sets it back down. Like, you can uncover your eyes. Secret spot preserved. And he's just like, now I know what you're wondering. How did I get this massive amount out here without going anywhere? I'm very good at smuggling.
I believe you.
Hey, Ammon,
Yeah. Huh?
did you see where they were?
He'll give him like a small nod.
Perfect.
I like the idea that like Tobias looks over at Sebastian. Sebastian just looks over at Ammon like with like hoof on the face, like dumb hiding spot, because you obviously just heard where it was hidden.
Krieg, I think we can talk about it more after cupcakes have been served, and he'd give Krieg a wink.
Okay. Do you need any help in the kitchen, or should we entertain this guy?
Oh, no, I'll be fine alone.
All right. Well, tell us more about your drug smuggling.
Oh, it's so great. It's so great. So we started getting, your standard stuff forever ago. Your alkali salts, the weird green flower that grows next to Sonnery that has like effects that makes people really like loose that I don't think we ever named, but we definitely blamed Osiria on weed existing in this game.
So Osteria weed, got it.
It's just, some people really like that null stuff. I just stay away from that myself. It seems dangerous. It's like, we've got a extra supply, and these are limited. They don't make these anymore. We got a bunch of the lemons. Give you weird dreams.
And you all got this from Samuel, right?
Samuel's got a good hookup. Like, I have some of my own guys, but Samuel's got the hookup for this stuff right here. And he pulls out like vials, and it's, if you look at Ammon, when Ammon is using his psychic power stuff or like his tarot power stuff, he does have the blue on his face. Like, that is canon. Nyx does it too. Like, it doesn't drip off of them though. Like, I feel like it stays on them. So like, it's not like that stuff is like pouring out most of the time. But this stuff shares the same color. It just, the very, very, very thin Kool-Aid version of it. Like, it's super like light, but it's just like, this stuff lets you re-see some of your past, lets you relive it. Some people can't handle it, they go wandering off through the streets, but the trick is to strap yourself down.
Okay. Do you mind showing us?
Oh, it's just like, okay. We're all gonna go together though, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna strap you down first so that everyone else can get a try, and we don't all wander off together.
That makes a lot of sense.
So here, if you want to go sit over there, we can strap you down, and then the rest of us will get strapped down.
Okay, all right, yeah. It's like, yeah, I don't want to sit on the drugs, I mean. He's like, okay, you got the little belt right there.
Cat, I'm gonna need your help tying this down. I'm just a little guy. You're a little bigger than I am.
Good point. Good point. All right, I'll help you.
From
I'm
the
gonna go
kitchen.
sit over
I hope
here.
we're not wait. I thought we were waiting for cupcakes.
No, you
Cupcakes are the
get
treat after.
munchies after the drugs.
He's just like, all right. So like, all right, good, tied down, nice. Ooh. And he's like, as Cat tightens one hole, he's like, oh, done this before.
Once or twice.
It's like, all
Of
right,
the
all
cupcake.
right. So I'm gonna need one of you to feed me one of those cupcakes as soon as it's done, because this might last a while. Everybody pick a partner. One of you goes and the other one doesn't go, because if we both go, we won't be able to eat all the cupcakes.
Yeah, buddy, do you want to be Snick's partner?
Yeah. He's like, of course, like looking around nervously. Yeah, that works. And he's just like, I think it's like a hypodermic needle situation, but not hypodermic needle. Have you guys those cool things that really like the injectors that the only problem is they kept giving everybody hepatitis because they didn't clean them?
Mhm.
The things that just inject right through your skin. And he does. He just like screws on the thing. It's just like, all right. And he's just like, oh, do you have a good memory that you want to relive? He's like, you got to think of it. And it's just like right before. It's like, whatever you guys do, don't like distract him right before he goes in, because then he'll relive a different memory, and it can be traumatizing. So we're gonna need you guys to be real quiet. And then he puts the thing up to his neck, and he pulls the trigger. Were you all real quiet?
Yeah. Except for the leather underneath my chair. I've squeaked a bit.
Okay. So yeah, he just like starts like nodding around, like looking around the room. He's just like, all right. Ah, cool, I love this one. I've done this one a couple of times. It's when we installed the vault. It's just like, you guys won't believe it, but Samuel, he's gonna say it. He's gonna tell me he's proud of me. I'm just gonna have like, yeah, all right, it's coming.
You installed a
No.
vault? That's amazing. Where'd you guys put it?
Yeah, there's the vault in Samuel's like office. Like, yeah, like solid gold, whole thing, amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure he told you how to get into it too, right?
He didn't tell me how to get into it, but like, you know, you can infer. It's not like we're like, hold on. He put his hand on my shoulder. This is so good. This is a good one, guys. It's like, hold on. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so how would you infer to get into the safe?
It's just like, well, it's like, it's too bad you're not in here with me. You could just look at it, like right here, like right. And he's like, he tries to move his hand, but he can't because it's like strapped down.
Mm-hmm. Right there, I can see it. Yeah, the gold safe, kind of sitting right there.
Yeah, okay. And like, it's got the the 4 hinges. It's just like, and not that you could, no, nobody would, because like it's too thick, it's too big. Like, but if you guys had like it would be a crazy ask. Like if you had a demolitions expert and
Like a large horse of some kind.
a smaller size, like
Maybe a small horse.
I mean, I'm more thinking like somebody that can like sneak through areas without being noticed and plant 4 of these large-scale bombs while like Samuel is distracted with some other like major meeting in his main room, and it all exploded. You would have access to his vault. That's all. But nobody would do that. It'd be too blatant.
Oh, definitely, yeah. How's those cupcakes coming, Tobias?
There's a ding as soon as Krieg asks. Done.
Awesome.
Oh man, he's just drooling like crazy. He's just like, in a couple of seconds, he's about to do it. He's about to put his hand on my shoulder and say he's proud of me. He looks me dead in the eyes. I need you right at that moment to put both of these cupcakes in my mouth.
One last question. Do you live here alone?
Yeah, I mean, this is my side house. It connects to the main estate right over there. It's like down that hall and to the left. The right's the bathroom, though. Don't use
Where's
that
the
bathroom.
office where you would keep all your money from your side stuff because you don't want to share it with everybody else?
Oh, it's just like, oh no, I don't keep it in my office. That's crazy. There's only one safe place in this apartment. Wink, wink.
Yeah. The same place you hide your drugs?
No. I mean, but it is a pretty awesome place to hide your drugs. So if you were gonna hide anything other than your drugs, I would assume that hiding them there makes sense.
Okay.
If only Cat knew where it was.
So Tobias comes out with the cupcakes. The icing on Skinks is suspiciously blue.
It's just like, it's coming, guys. All right, I'm gonna open my mouth and just load them in.
You heard him, buddy. Gotta go and load him in.
Is this cupcake gonna kill this man?
No, it will just make him fall asleep for an hour
Ah, excellent.
with the spy's blue poison.
Excellent. He immediately eats it, and like the poison works very quickly. He's like, just like, yes, and then like eyes roll into the back of his head, and he is just out. But he's just like, oh, all right. He does keep the good stuff to himself. He's like, don't mind me, and Buddy just starts like grabbing handfuls of the vials and other like assorted drugs and just like putting them away.
Wait, now that his handprints are all over them, can we knock him out?
Buddy, would you like a cupcake as well?
I mean, absolutely. He seemed to enjoy it. And I can only assume that his passing out had nothing to do with the cupcake and only the thunk.
Okay, everybody, grab all the seat cushions and let's go.
Ammon will just go over to the seat cushion and just pull the bag out.
So, it's just a massive supply of the hymnal polices. So like if one of the paladins from Hymnal saw you using these drugs, they would take them from you. But using the words illegal drugs it's the wrong thing. It's frowned upon in this city, but this bag of drugs would probably be fine at the Silver Thimble. It would definitely be fine at Consonant. Like Happenstance, where the Beatles live, they'd be fine. It's like if you guys want to do recreational drugs, live your life. They don't care. But the one thing that is not a drug sold other places are these vials of blue liquid.
Ammon, do you know anything about this blue liquid here?
A lot actually. It's from the Oasis from the side 18. It's how me and Nick's got our abilities.
And it's obviously bad that it's here in little vials, right?
The fact that they're using this this way, bastardizing what it's intended for. Yeah, that I don't like this.
So you'd be willing to help stop this, right?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna
He
go.
said he's so proud.
Take all this as he does the finger quotes evidence and leave. Also, put these gloves on before you do, though.
Amon slips on the gloves. Okay.
All right, everybody, grab as much drugs as you can, and then let's leave this man to his wonderful dreams and the patsy we took for the fall.
You mean you're not going to search the other cushions for his money?
Oh, I was going to take all of them.
Okay. What's in these cushions? Alright, so the couch cushion that was not full of drugs is full of just I think stacked coins. I'm gonna say there's like 1,000 coin in that. And like I think of that in the same way that 1,000 coins is like $1 million situation. Or like $100,000. That kind of like that is the level of money that Skink had in that cushion. Whoever's checking the cushion over here of the other chair, in that, and it's hilarious if anybody was sitting in that chair and now we're realizing that it's artwork. It's like the old masters style artwork. Like it's beautiful. It's definitely stolen and laundered, but like the artists are like long dead. Like these are like museum pieces. But like obviously, fuck museums. Our museums are cool though. And also like sculptures. And it's just full of just old artwork. And like he's just been like laundering that. And then the one thing you guys notice is Tobias Skink is sitting on a cushion. Like he's buckled down to it. We would have to unstrap him from this chair. He's still unconscious, but
Well, he's out for an hour, so
this is true.
Totally do this.
All right, so we're just gonna like slide Skink off the chair, just drop him on the floor, have him right next to Buddy. Nice. This home invasion went terrible. All right, Tobias, or all four of you, what is valuable in this cushion? Like, one was drugs, one was cash, one is ancient artwork. What was in this one?
Precious stones?
Yeah, we could just have just straight gemstones. Like, yeah. Like, this was, like, the least comfortable one, because it's all just, like... It's tons of diamonds, because we know diamonds are common, but, also just... some real good-looking gemstones that'll just... This will make Silver Thimble quite a bit of money, Krieg, if you guys sell it. Or it'll make Krieg quite a bit of money, if depending on how Krieg sells it.
Well, if I take the cash cushion and then I use the emerald cushion, the gemstone cushion, I can get money for me and the city. Plus, they're more likely to let me take both cushions than just one. If I explain this for the city.
So right now, what is going on is the four of you have framed a maybe innocent, maybe not innocent man for robbing his drug dealer and then stole all of the drug dealer's stuff. Where are we carrying this back to? Are we just like storing this at Oracle's place, or is it just like going in you guys' backpacks?
I'm gonna keep the money and gemstones in my backpack because it'll be easier to keep it with me than anywhere else. The artwork and stuff we probably should store somewhere else.
just for my own like fun, what are we doing with the drugs?
Kat, what would you like to do with the drugs?
Are we just storing them somewhere? Just like for a good time later, just set them down?
We should take some of them back to Silver Thimble and have it examined. The rest, I don't particularly want to be a drug dealer, so
Right? And just like, I think we're good. Like, we can destroy it. Absolutely. I'm fine with the destruction of this. I don't think it makes you a bad guy or a buzzkill either. Like, you can't let just anybody get their hands on drugs. Some of them.
Some for science, some for research, and then some for destruction.
seems reasonable.
Sounds good.
Excellent. All right. So, you guys leave this place in a wholly, completely different way that it was. So this is Samuel's house. Like, we're right next to it. This guy is removed from the picture for now. Probably for the rest of the game. So is that guy. It's probably in the middle of the night. We know that that show's going on right now. And we know that Krieg has a meeting tomorrow with Samuel. Or we also know that there's a golden vault in this guy's house. And I don't know what the goal to do is right now.
Now, what would you guys like to do?
Well, we did kind of promise we'd check out the show.
Do the show.
Alright. Let's go there. Alright. So, you get to the nightclub, and like, as you guys like get in, you do just hear like a bunch of voices just like, no, that one's not Buddy either. He said he was gonna be here, right? It's like, yeah, he said meet us at the club. He's gonna have the drugs. And then he said he made like some other friends, and they were gonna get him so many drugs. But then like Oracle waves to you and like motions you guys over. And oop, I move everybody. Yeah. But then as he's just like, bad news, everybody.
Wrong.
Like, this show's off. Samuel got to one of the members of the Beetle Boys. Got him to sign off on a solo project. It's gonna ruin it, man. It's all gonna be bad. I don't know where they're getting these kind of monies.
I'd like to find that out too.
It's just like you see over here. So this is Humble, and this is Bundle, and this is Steam. And they're like really sad. They've got drinks in their hands, just like, oh yeah, they're over here. And they're just all like kind of crying into their drinks. They're just like, this was gonna be our album debut. That is what this party is. It's like kind of like somber. Like the house music is playing, but the band is not going on.
Does anyone here know the Beetle Boys?
I don't think so.
No, the only band I know is 3VGG.
I do love 3VGG. So, coming like down the door, like the music, like record scratch happens. And coming down the stairs is a really big, like, bullfrog guy. Like, stepping down the stairs. And then in front of him is a smaller, like, tree frog looking guy. as they're just like clapping. Just like, I don't understand why you guys don't just come with us. Like motioning to the remaining 3 Beetle Boys. You could sign your exclusive contracts with us and you guys could just start performing again with GOG. And like, they look around at everybody else. You know it's a good deal, everybody. And I think Wildfire leans over to Krieg and she's like, I don't think it's a good deal.
Why is that?
It's just, you kind of sell over your soul.
Oh, that's not a good deal. I already promised my soul to someone else.
So the one up front like steps their way through and like they literally will like they're gonna try to shoulder check their way between Tobias and Kat. Does it work? Do you let them? Because honestly, you both are physically stronger than this person, but they think that they are stronger than you.
I do not like being pushed.
Neither does Tobias.
Just runs into a wall. Just takes a step back. And it's just like, hey, Bert. It looks like they got some muscle here. And he like looks over at Oracle. He's like, oh, did you guys call in some muscle? And he immediately like pulls out a gun just like right there, like right to Tobias's face.
Okay, I do the same thing. But not to Tobias's face, of course,
Oh, no.
but to the other guy's face.
It would have been so much funnier if you did to Tobias's face.
Intimidation.
Like, fuck this guy. Like all of a sudden, just guns out everywhere.
Oh, look, a gun. You know, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
It's just like this town is ours. Everything that happens in this town is ours. Nobody would dare shoot us. I think Bert has like a sawed-off shotgun that is about the size of Krieg, aimed directly at Krieg. Both barrels like aimed at Krieg out from underneath his like suit. It's just like, oh no. My friend was a little hasty. Perceived it as a threat. You didn't mean any ill will towards us when you didn't let him pass through, did you? You wouldn't have possibly meant to antagonize Mr. Knight, would you?
Of course not, but excuse me is a very easy thing to say.
And I understand that. And I apologize. And he cracks his friend over the back of the head with his like sawed-off shotgun and knocks him down on the ground right in front of you. He's just like, he's quite sorry, I assure you. He's like, ah, yes, Krieg. I'm sorry, Mr. Krieg. I didn't recognize you at first. In such a drab, just filthy location. It's like, we have our meeting tomorrow with Mr. Knight, is this correct?
Yep, we still got a meeting.
Excellent. We'll be happy to see you. Any dietary restrictions for the meal tomorrow?
Not that I can think of.
Excellent, excellent. We will see you all there, and don't worry, my friend here will be on much better behavior. I assure you all.
Would hope so. Wouldn't want these to go off explosively now, would we?
No. Absolutely, you understand the problem, and like he's looking around. You guys immediately understand that Bert realizes that how strong you are compared to him, but Lean did not. Like Lean is an idiot. But like he's just like, let me pay for any damages, and he sets like a stack of coins down. He's just like, drinks are on us. And he's just like, and Beetle Boys, do rethink your idea and your plans. the contract is standing, and these two leave. I really thought we were gonna kill one of them.
That might come later.
Next time, sure.
So if I can, I'd like to walk up to the Beetle Boys and say, "So I see you're missing a member. If we get them back for you, I know a great manager. She manages the 3 vampires and a goth girl. Maybe we can get you signed on with them."
So, I've been thinking about this for a little while. We understand Akana is a manager, and do we have like a production label? Because being a manager and being like a production is different. Like, I can see a world where we have production happening in the Silver Thimble. That makes sense. But we would have to get
if
that
we did have
started.
a production, it would have to be like Patagon would be over it, since he's got his own talk show.
I do agree that Patagon. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, aren't Pollux and Castor like old radio hosts or something?
They are
Okay.
that, and they've got their Polaris and Sirius now. So I think we have to start getting Silver Thimble into production. The main export is entertainment. All right.
As long as it makes me money, I don't mind helping front them.
Now, here is my question to this. Is this a Silver Thimble production place, or is this Lockstitch production? Like, is Lockstitch science, entertainment, and adventure all together, or is it just, or is there a separation between the fact that we go on adventures?
Hmm.
Oh, there's definitely separate production companies already. Because Holt has at least 2 production companies, and we're seeing Cullet has 2 separate ones as well. And there's another one in Ione.
I kind of say we should separate it from the Lockstitch. That way, if the Lockstitch does something odd in their adventures, it doesn't rub off onto these guys and hamper sales.
Okay, but if we do it that way, not everybody's going to be involved with this. So obviously Akana will be a manager, but like the rest of it are going to be NPC controlled, which I'm fine with. I'll fill it with NPCs. Because if we want to separate, we can't have you all working there.
Be an investor like I am with the other places. I'm not part of the group. I just make money off them.
Yeah, the investments and stuff, absolutely. I'm fine with that.
Hell yeah, money. That would be my vote, that way. But that's, purely selfish, because if they're part of the Lockstitch and something happens, people might not want to buy from them. So if we keep it separate, I can make money easier.
This is like, they look over and they're like, yeah, like he only signed over because they took it, man. They took our first gold record. And like that has sentimental value, and he promised they were gonna like destroy it if he didn't sign over. So he signed over, and like now he's gonna start releasing that garbage music. It's just like, but like, come on. I know you guys are like part of, like, I know you, Krieg, you're part of the Silver Thimble, like that Lockstitch group. It's amazing. For the Queen. And they all do like their hand gesture that means for the Queen. One of them definitely has a For the Queen t-shirt on underneath his jacket.
Or the queen.
But like, and they're like, you guys have already gotten in quite a bit of trouble for museum breaks, a little bit of like jailbreak situation in the local area. You wouldn't be interested, would you?
I can neither confirm nor deny these statements. I will redirect you over to Ammon. They will be able to better answer your question.
Mon looks horrified. um.
I wish I could make all these gifts and just make them bounce up and down so it looked like they were dancing.
Got this, Ammon. Just remember, anything you say may or may not be held against you.
Oh god, there's like this internal fight there because Mon was told never to trust Krieg.
Yeah.
We should be able to handle that.
Well
right.
said.
So, just so I know what we're doing for the next like half an hour to an hour of this game, are we going to go to the meeting and have half the team try to rob it while the other half of the team's at the meeting? Is Krieg going to the meeting alone, or are we just going to bust into this place at night?
Skink did suggest that the meeting would be a good distraction.
True.
I could.
Plus if it's needing to set up explosives discreetly, Tobias has mostly invisibility.
Alrighty then.
So
So, go ahead.
say Aman would pipe up. I could potentially help with distracting by potentially offering a tarot card reading. Don't know if that would distract him for long.
Okay. Oh no, I understand. So like Krieg and Ammon go to the meeting. Tobias and Kat do the sneaking in.
Yeah. Maybe while they're at it, they can try and find that gold record that we've heard
Well, if
about.
it's anywhere, it would probably be in the vault.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's get right to it then. Oh, so Ammon and Krieg. Are you dressed up for this? Like you guys are going to have a meeting with a 1930s music mogul situation? Just you know, like are you
Yeah,
just wearing like standard clothes, or what are you guys wearing for this?
I'll go fancier. See if I can look better than they do.
Aman would follow suit with that and try to match Krieg as best as they could.
See, I'm somewhat trustworthy. You can trust me. I got fashion sense.
The exact same outfit, just pinstripe.
A little bit of gold in the pins, and the stripes.
So as you come in to the place, it's just a luxurious like place, like super like highly polished floors. There is a large Krieg, you know that this is Samuel because like he has the same like face structure and stuff, but he is changing. he is getting big in the same way that like Sal was big, you know? Like this dude is huge and you can sense it on him. Like he is covered in greed spirits. And the pulling to go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as I walk in, can I use the spotlight pendant for the 2 AP?
Oh yeah, sure.
That way, it makes things easier for negotiations, and people are. I can read it out if you want.
Oh no, it's so as you step into this room and like it feels to everybody, Ammon included, like here, like you guys know who's in control in this room. This giant salamander guy is like fixing his jewelry. Each finger is like huge jewel encrusted rings. He's like meticulous suit. He's huge, but like you know he's not slow. It's like when people meet Kingpin in the Marvel comics. Like that's the kind of guy we're dealing with. And he's like slowly taking steps down the stairs as you and Krieg arrive. And all of a sudden, all of his lights go out in the room, and a spotlight hits Krieg, and Krieg is in full control. Like Sam, like misses a step and trips a couple, like lands on his knee and has to like force himself back up. Like he has a cane, but he's clearly not using it to like walk. It's just like for show.
Gonna
And you
adjust
see-
my tie as I walk in. Full smug on display.
Gog's up here, and like he's the one smiling as he's like sees you guys come in. He's just like sees Sam fall. He's like, all right, little misstep here. He's just like, well, welcome Krieg and Krieg's friend. Can we get you anything to drink?
No, not at the moment. Maybe once we get things ironed out, we can have a celebratory drink. Ammon, do you want anything?
Oh, I don't need anything right now, but thank you for offering.
No. You're quite welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah. Like, guest to guest. And he's like, all right. Sorry about that. Krieg. And like, he's, go ahead.
It happens. Don't worry.
He's like, and kind of like dropping, like, he's going to try to like pull it back up, but like the facade of him being like this really tough guy has fallen. Like, you know that he was a detective before, but he wasn't the like break your kneecaps detective. He was the by the book guy. And he's just like, okay, yeah, so like obviously Sal turned into a giant monster. Who would have seen that coming?
Crazy.
It was ridiculous. Like, you guys just left him that way? We're cool with him? Everybody's like, cool, that's cool.
He seemed happy that way from the reports I'm hearing.
Alright, yeah, this world is so weird. Hey, anyway. And he's just like, it's like, I know you're a businessman, Krieg. And we have figured out some cool stuff. And he like pulls out a gold record. This is not like the gold record. It is just a gold record. And he's like, look at this. It's like pure gold. It's like it works like any other record based on like some of like the technology that you have, the silver thimble with your wax tubes. Like, and you can just play these as normal records, and Ammon immediately when he drops a needle down on it, you see the fact that it is like sparking with energy, like AP, but it's like music without a spirit. It's AP without a spirit. You know what I mean? Like it is magic without any guidance. It's just raw.
Hmm.
And I'm assuming this is how you've been able to uh, move around, shall we say?
This stuff, everybody loves it. It's like the lemons all over again. But like you don't need to like stuff a whole bunch of like weird nightmares into people's houses. We just play this music, it gets them like cool and relaxed, and they get tapping their foot super easy. We put it out there. We've discovered if you put too much effort into it, it can summon like real spirits and becomes problematic. So we're not gonna do that. But all I need from you is just a little bit of investment. And just like, I'm not talking monetarily. I know how close you hold your pocketbook, of course. I need access to your airwaves.
Those airwaves seem to be quite the hot commodity nowadays. You're not the only one asking for them. We've got the people over at Holt wanting to use them. We've got people in the Celestial Sea that wanted to use them as well. So what can you bring that they can't?
It's just, I don't want an exclusivity clause. I'm fine sharing. Everybody should hear it. I think we should make more. I think we should spread this as far as we possibly can. It's like, I have already made plans for Sonnery, and with some help from some local people up in... Have you heard of Dactyl? You must have. You've heard of Dactyl.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course. It's just like, we've got some business dealings with them. The idea of putting things on air. Just like, we're gonna be rich. We can sell everybody everything that they've ever wanted.
And when you say we, you mean we or just you?
Oh, it's definitely a we. I've got all the money. Absolutely. I definitely think this is a solid 50-50 split. I put up the
Like,
capital. You've got
you're
the
the one
technology.
backing all of this, then? Is that what I'm hearing?
What was that?
You're the one backing all this? Last I heard, you were a detective. How did you come into such wealth?
He's like, well, I've got a little bit of I've got a good hookup. And it's just like
Here it is.
you might say, and they laugh a little bit about it. It's like a little plumbing joke. It's like, but no. We've got stable money. We've got all the money you could ask for.
Really? All the money I can ask for. Are you sure you want to make that claim?
You guys see the greed? You can feel the greed spirits around the room, just like all over the place. You like the all the jewelry is shining even brighter. Like, I think some of them might even get more gems in them. Like, and Ammon, you as well. Like the gold brooch on your outfit gets a hefty gem on it. It's just like looks real. It's definitely a fennec fox head, and multi like, it's got the little like red ruby eyes.
Oh, no, would Ammon have told us that there was the corruption?
Oh yeah, if that wasn't obvious, Amon did share all of that.
Okay. So I see your record there, but a little Fox told me here that you got a little corrupted there, and that's why it seems to be working.
Hard cut to Tobias and Kat sneaking through the hallway upstairs. I think because Kat is an accomplished spy, I don't think we need to roll for it. But did you guys have to take down any guards? You guys don't have to roll to see if you did it. Or did you sneak around them, or did you just take them out on their way up?
Well, the Security's pretty lax for there to be something so important up here. I think we've only taken out one crew. There was at least one crew walking around.
Well, why guard something with people if you're so concerned that it's impenetrable?
Not good point.
At the end of the hall, Tobias, Tobias and Kat, you both see, and it is a vault door, but not in the whole like sense of having the big, like metal, like the circle thing, the wheel or whatever, the wheel lock. It is just like a bunch of deadbolts that have like a bunch of keyholes in them.
Mm-hmm.
It was that idea. I was going to ask how many keys, if it took a key or a padlock, because I could have used needful key.
I think it takes 4 keys.
That'd be 8 AP if I wanted to go that route.
Yeah,
This
it
is
would be
solid.
the most. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
This is solid gold, right?
Yep, solid gold.
Interesting.
There are 2 ways we can do this, I think. We can go with our plan we had before, where we just blow the sucker up. Or we can be a little quieter. And I can use some keys. Might take a minute, but I've got one skill that lets me make a key that fits a lock.
Mm-hmm. I'm familiar.
So do we want to make a big noise?
No, I think if we get in and get out without alerting anyone, that would work best.
Mm.
Getting whatever's in the vault out shouldn't be an issue. He just pats the bag at his side.
Ah. I'll say something that's stupid like, "Oh, the frying pan."
Got it.
Yes, frying
It's a
pan.
frying pan of holding. Could you imagine how annoying it would be if somebody enchanted your like favorite like pan with holding? It's like, oh, you crack your egg and it falls into nothing.
That would suck.
I'd be so annoyed like
Hilarious.
nonstop. I don't think like we go far enough with the idea of magical pranks. Like, I would be a fucking menace in a world
I
of
bet.
magic. So you guys get the door open. So, and as it's like opening up, we cut back over here, and down here, everybody is still very much eyes on Krieg because of the spotlight thing. But Ammon, you see Bert like put his hand to like one of his ears, and then like opens his shotgun, and then snaps it close and turns around and starts heading off.
Um, I think, well, the intention is on Krieg. I'm going to spend an AP point to use Whisper to create a telepathic link between him and Kat.
Oh yeah, that works great.
And then he'll just like telepathically tell Kat, careful, someone's on the way to you.
Let's move Bert right behind you guys. All right, but with a heads up, you guys, it's right before Kat's got the last key in, but you guys are fully warned and see his silhouette coming from the end of the place. Like he's looking down the hall where you took out the crew before. So like he is looking the other way.
Before he gets into a view of us, Tobias reaches into his bag, pulls out a cloak, and throws it over himself, and vanishes, except for his shadow.
All right, Cat. You were right at the door. The key is just like you were just finding the key on your magical keyring, or like your fancy keyring, and about to put it in. Tobias has vanished, and Bert is done looking the one way. Do you get it in fast enough and like sneak into the room like Batman style? You got to make a roll for that one, or do you have another way of hiding?
I don't think I have anything. Nope, I don't have any way of. Well, how high is that ceiling?
I would say like it's a pretty high ceiling situation. Like it seems like one of those houses with like a really high like not obstinate, but like just rich as hell ceiling.
I think I'm gonna act. I think I'm gonna use Featherhook and hope he doesn't look up.
He starts. I'm gonna give him a roll to see real quick. Oh, he is terrible. He's just the worst. Turns out, just this.
I want to make
criminal
that a 1.
Absolutely, this criminal organization is garbage.
How did
He's
they
just
make so
like-
much money?
Oh, you're about to see how he makes so much money. He just like goes up to it and it's like sees all the keys in the door. He's just like, oh, smart. Set it up so that you can get into it easier. I didn't think of leaving the keys in there. He's like, ah. Skink is so smart. Oh, where's that dude Ben though? He's late. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna go check on Skink. I'm sure he's good. Like, oh, maybe that's where that crew went. They got lost trying to find Skink. It's just, you know what? And that's full distraction, by the way. He's gonna get 2 Skinks, call the alarm, and everybody's gonna run down there. Like immediately. I think, yeah. So all of a sudden the alarm goes off, Krieg and Ammon, and like Leans just like grabs his gun and runs out the door. Gog's just like back and forth, and the 3 shimmies that we have not introduced yet, like you see them like hop down off of the couch that they were sitting on, and each one of them pull out a gun, and like just hop on their way by you guys. And Sam's just like, no need to worry, no need to worry. Just some strangeness happened over in the neighboring compound. You guys are safe. Please enjoy any drinks. You can sit here with Gog. I'm just gonna make my way to my panic room. And he just runs away.
Either stop him or follow him.
He's gonna run as fast as he can to the panic room. You can try to stop him, but like he really hasn't. Like if you attack him now, like you are aggressors.
Okay, what if I just play a card where he trips instead?
Sure, yeah, you can trip. He trips
Okay,
over it, like
that
falls up
card.
the stairs.
And then can I pretend to help him up?
Where's
Yeah,
the someone trips covered?
Ammon's gonna help with helping him up and place a tracker on him.
But
Well,
instead of
fuck it.
helping him, I'm just gonna stick myself to his back, like a sticky gecko would.
He's just like,
Like,
All right.
Ammon, if you tell anybody about this, I will kill you. And then
He'll do it too.
he like Ammon helps him up, and he's just like, oh, thanks. It's like, oh, where'd your friend Krieg go? Oh well, don't worry about it. It's just like, it's. I have no reason to suspect my guards will not keep us safe from whatever it is outside. But we should, maybe we could go check out that vault. Are you down? I have a little safe room for us, if that sounds okay. And just in case it will kill you, you'll be on my side. You can help me up again.
I suppose I can do that.
It's like, Gog, it's been nice working with you. Stay down here now. It's like, so you're my last line of defense, Gog, and he throws a gun to him. Well, technically, this. What was your name, Mr. Fox?
Oh, you can just call me Ammon.
Ammon, and he hands Ammon a gun. He's just like, do you know how to use a gun, Ammon?
You point and pull the trigger.
Excellent, Ammon. You are now my last line of defense. And he puts it like, he squeezes your shoulder, and he's just like, I'm proud of you, Ammon. And it feels great.
Oh God, Ammon needed to hear that though.
It's like, you'll be the best of them, Ammon. Let's go.
Oh, that ego coming back. Hold on. Ammon's sobbing.
Oh man.
So,
Ammon's
No,
going to telepathically warn Kat about their approach.
How much time have we had to, after, during that,
I would say-
all that distraction?
I would say you guys could be in the vault right now. And it would be perfectly fine. Let me just move us in there. Here we go.
You got your frying pan ready?
It's. You know it's the bag, not the frying pan, right?
Let me have some fun.
Fine, fine.
So, walking in, you hear just a delicate fountain, like, happening. And that's what's happening in the middle of the room. And then you see a bunch of golden records along the walls. But not that much else. But the sound of jingling coins is coming from above you.
I'm gonna look up.
And just sliding off of the roof
Jesus.
of this
Oh.
room is like, what if a cephalopod was made out of coins?
Why is it slimy?
And it's just spreading out as it like approaches. And it wants you. I'm gonna roll an attack against both of you. The first one is going to be Kat. The second one is going to be Tobias. Okay, tough choice for it twice. It is trying to take anything valuable into your from your inventory into itself. Like, you can give up something valuable to like make an attack on it right now for a free attack, and I will count it as a 20 for you hitting it, but you will lose one of your magical items to this thing. You might be able to get it back at the end, but that's all in the air. Like, you can get a great attack, or you could just hold on to the item and like just dodge backwards.
I think I've got that. I think I've got that gun that I got from the doctor that I don't particularly want to use because its effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
I might want to give that up temporarily so I could make an attack on it.
For sure, yeah. What's the attack look like?
Let's see. I'm going to take my sword and see, it's coming from above, right? So I'm just gonna throw the gun at it. It's like, take it, and when it reaches for it, I'm gonna take a swing and chop off a few of its arms.
Absolutely, okay. Coming out, like, so you cleanly slice through it, and it is there's a fleshy mass underneath it. It's like really super sticky, almost like it's plant-like. Like, have you ever seen the Venus flytrap things, or the carnivorous plants with those little orbs that stick to the plants and to stick to the bugs that get on it? It's that kind of thing but every single one of those is touching like something of great value.
Hmm.
And like as the two like tentacles slam down and they like whip back and forth for a moment before they just become two golden yeah, we'll just call them golden tentacles. But yeah. Tobias, did you give something up or did you dodge?
He's dodging.
All right. So what's the dodge look like? I think like one of the tentacles, like the edge is a blade. Like that's like it's got like just stacks and stacks of swords, like very like diamond encrusted and jewel encrusted swords, just like being used as a whip coming at you. Like you can cleanly dodge it, but what's it look like?
A disgusted step back.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
I think you can see underneath it the gross black mass of vegetation but flesh like pulsating. And I will can you both roll me a 20-sider, because it is trying to compel you that you want to take items off of it. Like you want to steal these items. Oof.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
Oh, no.
okay. Tobias and Kat, you both look at it. There is something in there, and it is literally in there. Just so you know, like whatever you want that's in there is there physically. You want it so bad. What is it? Is it like an amazing like knife? Is it like a really cool gun? Is it just like a lot of money?
Hmm.
A pinch hitter was played, so if either one of you want to re-roll, go ahead.
You can re-roll if you want to.
You don't have to. If you guys both just want to like take the failure, it's fine.
I think I'm okay with the failure this time.
If he's going to take the failure, I will attempt a re-roll.
Sure, hit me.
Welcome to the Two
Worse.
Club.
Oh Lord!
I didn't throw it hard enough. Okay, now I really want that poison. That's a cat season knife. That can change the type of poison by the press of a button.
All right. It's like one of those pens that you can change the color.
Yeah.
Those are great pens.
Everybody always just tried to push them all down at the same time.
Yep.
All right, Tobias, what do you see?
A whisk that looks very similar to his magic flipper.
Oh, so we can whisk other things now. All right.
Uh-huh.
So, the rest of the group will be in this safe soon, but you two get an attack right here. So that was the monster showing up. That was us reacting to it. But this is, you guys as anomaly detectors are going off. This is, our corruption that we are getting used to. Like this is a corrupted spirit that is seemingly trapped inside this vault. It has every kind of possible treasure you can think of, like physical treasure that you can think of, like all over itself. Like if it's real, you don't really know, but like if they feel real once they come off. And there is a fountain in the center of this room that is glowing the blue of like Ammon's eyes and of those like files that we've seen around town. And this thing is attacking you. It is very clearly going for the throat. And hanging from the ceiling, sorry.
Hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright.
I'm gonna use a grenade
I was gonna suggest that.
to attempt to expose the core.
What was the plan to expose the core? Sorry.
Grenade.
Ah, absolutely. Okay. All right. Where are we aiming it? Like, right in the bulbous mass?
Yeah, the thickest bit of it.
For sure, yeah. Give me a 20 set. I'd like to just huck a grenade at a slime.
I mean, hey, if it's sticky and the grenade sticks.
Okay, tough choice, tough choice. Okay, so your tough choice is it loves that grenade. That grenade is so valuable, it flies out and snatches it and pulls it into itself. Now, it gets it like in there and realizes it's not worth a lot and spits it out. And if it does that, your whisk is safe. But it takes it's only going to take a little bit of damage because it will have spit it out. The other one will destroy that whisk, but you are going to get like a critical hit worth of damage on it.
He did really want the whisk, so it's just gonna we're gonna keep the whisk safe.
All right, so it blows it to the other side of the room and just like splatters, and it's starting to put it and pull itself back together. But it is like it's not loving it. Like outside this room, Ammon and Krieg hear a massive explosion.
I'm sure it's fine.
Like, you see, okay, Krieg is on his back, so Krieg can't say anything. Like, Samuel is just like, all right, stay close, Ammon. And he's like, holds him on like a, out in front of him and has his gun and like resting on Ammon's other shoulder as using it as like a bullet, like as a human shield or a fennec shield.
This sounds right. Yep. Ammon will be holding the gun that he got and just carefully approach.
Like roughly massages your shoulder. You're great at this.
Gonna roll my eye up.
Thanks. I do my best. I'm amazing.
You absolutely are. There we go. Kat, what's your attack on this thing? Like, you see that knife. It's been, like, the whole creature's been splattered up against the wall. And, like one of those geckos slowly pulling itself back together, you can see, like, the not gold coins and not, magical items on it. Like, you can actually see what it looks like, which is just lightly translucent, dark, so dark green that it might as well be black, except for when it's spread out that far.
Does Cat see the core from where it splattered, or
Oh yeah, I think you would see it. It is like a huge and it is a huge like purple stone. It's this one right here. This stone right here is actually an eyeball.
alright? Alright, let's see. I think I'm going to, funny enough, make use of the feather hook again to get up above it. And I'm gonna try and drop down and stab at it with my sword.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me that roll.
Yep.
Aggressive, but got the job done. So you just come right down on it with your sword.
Plunge it right into the purple eye there.
And it's like it's screaming, and its screaming sounds like the you guys ever used Coinstar and heard all of that change drop at the same time?
God.
Ooh, yes.
It's like, I realize that might be like a reach, but it's the best way to describe it. Just grab another tokens real quick. Let me just bring this in here. Krieg, you arrive on the back of Samuel. Ammon, like you arrive in front of Samuel, and like coins are like flying around this room, and some of them like bouncing off of your chest. It hurts the same amount as like somebody throwing a quarter at you would hurt. Like, no, it can't get that hard, but these are a little bit heftier than that. As like Cat's sword is digging into this purple eye, and you guys just see Samuel be like, "What are you doing? What? No, 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 no! I need that! I need that!" And like he just runs over towards Cat. He's just like trying to pull the sword out of the thing's eye. He's like, "No, you can't do that! Don't! No, 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 no!"
I'm gonna smack him in the face. Don't touch my sword.
And she's like, "This." He like holds his face. He's like, "How dare you!" And he's like, "Ammon, kill this intruder!"
Instead, can I try and kill Samuel since I'm on his back?
I want Ammon to answer him real quick though.
Yes.
Ammon points the gun over to Cat and then immediately points it to Samuel. It's like, not actually. Maybe you should step down.
This, in mine own home. I brought you in. I gave you everything. I treated you like a son.
I don't have good experience with father's figures, so thanks, but no thanks.
He pulls his gun out and he starts to aim it at Ammon. Krieg, you're on his back.
So I've got a couple of kunai I'd like to use on him. We'll go forward.
Are you trying to kill him? Just so I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up murder. I'll use the lightning kunai to try and murder him.
Roll me 220 siders. Take the higher. Unless you have the backstabber move, which I didn't.
I have sneak attack, but not backstab.
Oh, you have sneak attack? Sneak attack I do. Yeah, fuck it. Like, we'll just count that 17 as a 20. As the could I cut? Like, you just stab him in the back? Just straight up, just like thunk?
Probably we'll go through the neck to try and cut the head off so I can be like, money's mine, bitch, and then off goes the head.
It's like, yeah, yeah, absolutely. Its head goes like toppling over and rolls across the room. Just like the gun falls to the ground, and the head gets just a little bit too close to the the tentacle-y stuff as it like pulls it in and begins shifting underneath Cat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Dave?
Wow.
Oh,
At this
As
point,
it now has a very reptilian skin and almost like amphibious face.
I hate that.
As it like whips around, instead of the myriad of tiny items, although we do still see the whisk and that dagger, instead of like most of the tiny items, there are now giant things. It's like coins this like at least the size of monster truck wheels. Gems, if they are gems, they are organic in nature as much as they are mineral.
at this point, I'd like to pull out that the hammer axe, giant killing weapon.
Absolutely. That
And
it
then
just has
just-
been strapped to your back the whole time.
Yeah, and then just be like, if I distract it, can one of you explode it or kill it? Looking at you, Tobias, for explosions.
I got one more explode for now.
Alright. Ammon, I'm gonna have you help him, and then I'm gonna go with Cat, and we're gonna go distract. Alright, break.
Break.
So yeah. Also, Ammon, this fountain back here feels a lot like the Oasis. Just in case you're wondering. Okay, so yeah, you guys tell me what you're doing.
All right. So if I'm distracting, I'm gonna run around to the side and start taking pot shots at that giant face.
All right, yeah. Give me a d20. Oh, fucking natural 20 for sure.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, how did you like? You're hitting it in critical spots, absolutely just like destroying this thing. At some point, you do get that dagger to come loose, and like you can grab it and immediately make another attack with that dagger. What does that look like?
I'm gonna grab the dagger, run up, and stab it in its other eye. Since I'm assuming one of its eyes is what I was shooting at.
So yeah, this thing is like trying like the one eye that you've been shooting at. You see basically two huge like gold coins like clammed together, so that you could just stop shooting it and stop things. And then the other eye turns and like looks directly at you as the dagger. Which poison did you put out when you stabbed it?
Is this thing magical?
Yeah.
Is there a null metal poison?
There can be now. Absolutely, there can be.
I'm gonna choose null metal poison, and I'm gonna stab it in its eye.
You see that eye like becomes a like black hole, like almost immediately, like not even that. Oh, it's a like the eye is black. It is just like that eye doesn't even look like it exists in the world, and like other parts of its head are like collapsing into it, like the whole body is like twitching around, and like it is lashing out, trying to cut everything that it can. It is basically just in the throes of death. It keeps expanding, but like it's very, very dangerous because it is lashing around. But yeah, what's Tobias, Ammon, and Ammon's plan in part of this one? Oh, and also, yeah.
If it's wildly flailing, if I can see where its core might be in its wild flailing, that's where the grenade goes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, so we're gonna give you the last roll because you're throwing that grenade. So, Ammon and Krieg, we already know that this thing is on its way out, but you guys see a bunch of treasure around, and also it is very dangerously, like at any point it could kill one of you with a flail. Not Cat. Cat's doing fucking backflips and shit.
I'll go for it.
I was to say, I think what Amon's going to do is throw a scintillate card. Take one of his cards and it glows purple and the very Gambit style throws it for scintillate. Attempting to hit any vital spots he can see.
Yeah, for sure. What would you consider a vital spot on this? Like, are we talking like hinges of where the tentacles connect? Like looking at trying to get rid of some of its, like, I think on its chest, like right behind it, like you know where its core is gonna be. It's gonna be in like the center mass chest. I think you see coins stacked like scales, so that it would make it harder to get a grenade in there. That's a spot that you could aim for. You see one arm that is made up of like ancient weapons, like swinging down. We could aim for like that one. What are we looking to pull off of this thing if you succeed?
I think what Ammon is trying to do is make it more easy for Tobias to get the grenade into the core.
Absolutely. All right. Give me 2d20. Takes the higher. All right.
I'm going to use a card to make that a triumph, actually.
Absolutely. I love it. Because the pool is, because the that fountain is here is why I gave you that second one. So like the fountain is just pushing your magic. At this point, you do probably feel more of the stuff streaming down. Like not like dripping like crazy or anything, but like is it warm, do you think? Come on.
I feel like it would be warm. It's kind of like a hot springs, like a nice warm feeling. Very comfy with like the magic radiating off of it.
Absolutely. And like you said, light gambit, when it hits, does it explode like gambit?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we have 4 giant coins come flying off this thing. Isn't that reveals underneath it is another protection of just like thin like delicate metal chains and stuff, like jewelry and stuff. It's the only thing protecting it right now. So we can add those four giant coins. These things are solid gold again. They have ancient markings on them of people that may or may not have actually existed in this world. Krieg, what are you doing? I know you're like on him with a giant axe, but where's that axe aiming?
Probably for like the kneecaps, so the back of the knees. So he gets in them. Not that he has knees, but we'll just say hinge joints somewhere.
Okay.
All while saying to himself, "I can loot when it's dead."
That's fair. Give me that roll. Oof. Okay, before we go forward with that, is anybody changing that?
I will also make that one a triumph.
Oh, hey, Terribles 2 bingo.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, wait. Yeah, what is... Table
That's the
2 makes the
third
next one...
That just heals everyone 2, gives 2 AP back, and 2 AP shield. Or 2-bit shield.
Oh, okay. Alright, so yeah. We can keep that going. Do you want it to change or not, Krieg? Sorry.
I'm fine with the bounty going off. That's fine.
Okay. So this thing turns to Krieg and like as it's getting pulled into its own eye and like just changing over and over again. Tobias, you see that moment. You see the moment to throw this grenade. Roll me a 20. Roll me two. You got one triumph. Roll me 5 20-siders. I was gonna give you 2 for Cat's 20, then 1 for Ammon's success, but that's also a 20. So only 5 20-siders, and we will ignore ones. There we go. So a 12 and a 14. So we got it done. Krieg.
Yo.
This thing, like, you feel it grab onto like your outfit, like with one like hand thing. It's not even like a real hand. It's like claws made of like dinner forks and like other fine silverware. As like that grenade goes off, and the whole body of this thing spirals all around the room, bouncing off the walls, everything. The whole room is just splattered with this corruption and this corrupted creature as Krieg hits the ground in front of everybody. And like, you guys are all like a bit shocked, like a little concussed because small room, big ass grenade going off. And like as like vision comes back to everybody, it's like we look over at Krieg, and Krieg is just, he's not wearing any clothes again, and he looks like somebody just like ripped his skin off, but like he just shed all of his skin at once, and he stands there golden and resplendent. He's definitely shiny.
Am I like hurt at all?
No, you feel great.
Krieg, you good, buddy?
You're glowing.
Other than I'm naked again, which is very unfortunate as it's happened at least 4 times now. I seem to be fine, as I always say. Is all my items okay?
Yep, all your items will be fine. Like, they'll be laying around the room.
I'm gonna go, excuse me, I left my pants over there. I felt point to one of my items. Because after the first event, he started carrying extra clothes because he knew it would happen eventually. And he's just gonna pick up literally everything, or absorb it if he can.
Because this game is running a little long, I'm gonna, like, you guys don't have to make rolls for this. Let me just like walk you through what's going on in this room. We have 2 of the golden tentacles, and we have 4 of those coins, and Kat has her dagger. I think the whisk is probably around here too. And Kat has the dagger, Tobias has the whisk, but we didn't cut much off of that creature. So, but that's what we have. And that's fine. Like, it's a couple items, we'll be good with that. Now, this fountain, Ammon, in the center of the room, like, you can see that it is connected way down the basement of this building to a root system of the whir that somebody's like tapped into the root system, and like so it has the Oasis's magic in it. Like, this is literally that. It's just in, you know, a music mogul's house that is dead now. It's like,
Only we know he's dead. So if I just set up a puppet corporation, we can then still continue doing what he's doing, except all the money comes to me.
is that the plan?
It wouldn't be the first time.
I thought we were going to shut this
We'll
fountain
turn the
off.
drugs part off, but the music part we can keep up.
Mm.
Drugs
Ammon,
just make things worse.
Ammon's gonna collect a vial of the water.
Oh, absolutely. Like this stuff will give you like you can just you have to, it's not a drink it situation. It's a shoot it into your neck situation, but you can relive your past. At least you can relive one memory. Just like you got to be careful with it though. Don't have bad thoughts.
I think Ammon's gonna want to study this for the dream experiments.
Absolutely. We can hand wave most of it. What's the plan to get out of here?
Oh,
Once we've looted the place, we can walk out.
wait.
Yes.
Here we go. What's our plan, Krieg?
Well, I say we make Bart. Was that the other guy that walked away?
Right?
We'll make Bart the other frog, the puppet here, and then we'll just have him take over Sam's place. Say it was a hostile takeover to eliminate drugs and evil, but he still wants to run the music business, but less of a douchebag, and then all the money just gets funneled into the Krieg holdings.
Okay, so the escape plan is less you guys all running out of this place and more you guys just having like sit down conversations with everybody outside this room.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I'm assuming the greed spirits around me kind of double, but you know that's normal.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay. We're gonna keep this going though. Like go the golden records, all of that.
Yeah, we're gonna cut off the drugs part because that's just gonna cause problems and everyone's not gonna like it. But we'll keep the magic part going. I mean, the music part going.
Yeah, absolutely.
But-
Okay.
Are we keeping the hypnosis music part going? The corrupted?
Corruption's bad, so probably not.
I like. Yeah, like the corruption part of it was the part that made everybody buy everything because it made them do it. But like we can just like release regular music here.
This will be a subsidiary of Thimble Productions.
Finger Guard Productions.
But all the money is siphoned into me, as usual.
I think you're gonna have to make some rolls if you want to like.
I can
Outdo-
roll stuff.
It's like, all right, how? Roll me 2d20, because of course. And the higher the number, the better the contract is in Krieg's favor.
Okay, let's go. I got a 1 and an 11.
Did you just invent PBS?
Possibly.
It's like Krieg accidentally invented just NPR style, like free radio for everyone.
Yeah.
So, but everyone knows I created this, right?
Yes, Krieg, absolutely. You get 100% of the credit for inventing NPR or PBS.
So my name is being spread, and people are starting to believe in me even more.
Oh,
Some would say as
Oh,
a,
God.
oh my God,
a
people
god
come
of
to you from
radio for
around the
money.
world asking for charitable favors.
So people are starting to believe in me and pray to me.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Yes. They are like this golden gecko arrives back at the silver thimble, everybody. And not only have we all know of him, of course we know of him. We've all known Krieg, but oh my god, this is Krieg. It is the Krieg, our golden mayor. The golden mayor of the silver thimble. It's like, whoops, that one in F in chat just started a cult.
The gold mayor cult. How do you show
Only
your
good things can
appreciation?
happen.
With money and charitable donations.
And after you defeat somebody, you always say GG.
Gold gecko.
It's just like, ah, man. GG.
You know, Krieg, it concerns me the things that you get up to.
I'm running a charity. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you guys
Now, if
get
you
back
excuse
there,
me,
and Peanut's like,
Master
it
needs
was
me."
2 days. You were gone for 2 days. It's like,
I was helping
Okay.
people. I got rid of a drug ring and I made free radio. What do you want?
Yes, free radio it's good for everybody. We all understand this. Like, have talked about it at great length. Here at the Silver Thimble is in much support of this. We're going to begin putting some of our backlog of shows. We're thinking about creating a survival guide, if you will, for dealing with the strange magics that are going on around us.
And the cult of Creed will help, of course.
Yeah. We've heard about the GGs. All right. So okay.
If you excuse me, I need to go accept my charitable donations.
Absolutely. And he just like looks over at the other three of you. He's just like, "What happened?" Like, like the screen like kind of fades to black right there. Like, it's, what is going on?
Peanut will get a full written report.
Sometimes I wonder why Nick's put me here.
Crazy.
It's like, yeah, why did you go anywhere? Like, I have a note from Nyx right here. It told me not to send you out on any missions with Peanut. I know, not Peanut. Told me not to send you out on any missions with Krieg. Like, it's like I don't know if this was a sanctioned mission.
I just work here.
That's actually... Krieg!
I'm busy. As he continues to run farther away.
Cat's just like, I got a cool knife.
And I lost the doctor's gun. Poor guy.
I got a gun.
yeah. You did. You got the you look at the gun and it's just called the Proud Father. It's just it really does it feels a little bit too big, you know, like you might not be able to like fit the shoes of the person who held this gun, but god damn it, they believe in you.
Because Ammon doesn't have
This is one
enough father
that won't
issues.
leave you for milk.
It's like, welcome to Lockstitch, where capitalism is bad and we all have daddy issues.
Isn't at this point Krieg just capitalism?
Krieg
I'm
is capital
greed.
C.
But I have morals.
Questionable ones at the very least.
I love when somebody has a good dad. I really do. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. That Nathan explosion thing from Apocalypse. You guys remember that one? Not me. My dad's great. And it's like him fishing with his dad and shit. All right. Yeah, that was the end of this one. How do I recap today's game? Okay. Okay, so
Yeah, I don't know.
so we went to cull it because Krieg was asked to like basically play mediator between two rival musical corporations. But what he did instead was cut the head off one of them and took over after framing a guy named Buddy that they met on a city street for robbing a drug dealer. And now we have
Gotten
a
rid
music.
of a drug ring.
We've gotten rid of a drug ring, absolutely, and we've taken out one of Sal's top henchmen. He wasn't a henchman anymore. He was going to become kind of like a big bad a little bit, but we cut his head off, so don't worry about it.
Well, now he's dead.
Now, and he knows what he did. Signed to Krieg's music label is Gog from the Beetle Boys, releasing his debut solo album soon. Look forward to it. I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's going to be great.
Oh no, we didn't release him from his contract.
You
We
did
can grab
not,
the other
and you
three.
just
It'll be fine.
you put a figurehead in like this, like we're not actually in charge. You're in charge. Just keep doing it. Just don't sell drugs. And that is basically what we've done.
It's okay.
Which
We
is
can
great.
correct it later.
You can correct it later. We discovered that Samuel had like a broken pipe from the weir that was transporting magic from Ammon's side of the world. Don't worry, we just closed that pipe up and just like, nope. We just turned into plumbers.
Wahoo!
No exposition needed about that one. We're not going to talk to him about it at all. We cut his head off, so he can't answer us. Alan didn't write a bunch of backstory about that. Don't worry about it.
I told you I'm gonna shoot and ask questions never.
You certainly did. And Krieg got his skin ripped off, but don't worry, he's
All better now.
he's all better. And just
And
underneath
gold.
was shinier, goldener skin. And a lot of people really appreciate him for like giving free public access radio to the whole ecosahedron. He's in talks to constantly have you guys build more radio towers around the world, which is good for you all because you'll all be able to travel further, and they just want it. They want them all because they want to hear this wonderful radio stations.
Plus, they make charitable donations to Krieg Vernix at Silver Thimble. That's great.
Yeah, the Vernix Archipelago is just booming now. It is considered like a destination place. People go there to get married.
See, I fixed the problem that Silver Thimble was having just
It's
by
wonderful.
making it.
The number one
my own.
complaint's a little expensive, I gotta say, Krieg. Like some people are saying it's a little much. Like the subscription fee on a religion seems a little rough, but and like the idea,
We
like
can
how
talk
much
about that.
fire extinguishers cost at your hotels is a little crazy.
You gotta pay to pray.
Oh my god, pay to pray is so good.
Hashtag paid pray.
It's just fucking Krieg dressed as the Messiah. Just pay to pray. Public
no reason to
access is
P2P.
public access is like it's available for everybody. I'm sure at some point Krieg works in a way of charging people for it.
See, there's a premium service that you have to pay for.
The first taste is free, but once you run out of your free trial, if you want more free stuff, you need to pay for it.
Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna send you all of these like gold discs in the mail. Just like boot up. Pay to Pray is so good. Krieg, you're a nightmare.
You're welcome.
Alright, guys. Thanks so much for that game. Sorry for the daddy issues, Ammon.
It's okay, it happens. That's Amon's backstory too, don't worry.
Well, I'll write in that weapon, the proud father. It's like I will figure out what that is. Just like I've gotta like give Simmons the rock, not 5-0. Like I think it's just rock 1, because it's twice as powerful as the Desert Eagle. All right, you guys did great. Thanks for that. That got real silly. Cats out there making dirt bikes. Fucking with a no poison. No poison though. That'll be fun.
Might not have been the best idea.
It was the best idea. It's real good. Alright, everybody. I'm off now. We got a game tomorrow, but that one starts at Ammon time, so 2 hours later, everybody. And then we play like crazy all weekend, and the big game on Monday. Like Monday, we are playing a longer game to get the intro for the main character energies for the Silver Shadows Trail of Echoes arc really off the ground. So look forward to that. There will be an intermission. I will let everybody know probably tomorrow. We're going to talk about it at some point. Like I think there might be some like chat interaction like coming into the game, like little like speakeasy level stuff. Like nothing big, but we'll figure that out. So thank you guys all for playing, and thanks for coming.
Always fun.
Thanks for traumatizing Amon more.
Hooray!
Thanks for the invite.
Alright, we're gonna heck off, so we'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Bye forever.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Remember to pay to pray.